Okay, guys, I'm back again. It's not a hater review. It's actually, I had to make a video about what's going on right now with Bridget Macron and Candace Owens. I have to do it because I've been following this story for so long, okay? I went on the website, Fair Document. I went on there. I bought the whole case. You know what I'm saying? I bought the book. I've studied this case thoroughly, and it just brings me to several different theories of what could have happened to Brigitte Macron. Okay? We know this dude is a dude. He's a man. We know this, okay? And you have people who do not want other people to know this, all right? They have their reasons. What I've recognized in this case is that there's one, Brigitte Macron, the real Brigitte Macron, aka Brigitte Trogneux, okay? Did live, did have a life, got married, then disappeared. Okay? The second theory that I have is that Brigitte never existed. Never existed. The pictures could be photoshopped because if you look at that picture with the Jean-Michel Trogneux with the boy in the corner on the left by the lamp, and if you go all the way to the far right, there's a girl with her hand on the chair. The face is very awkward and her hands look kind of distorted. Okay? There's evidence that that picture was manipulated prior, okay, to putting it out there. There was a lamp behind Jean-Michel Trogneux, the little boy, in one picture. And there's another picture with the lamp totally removed. We don't know if that family portrait is an actual real family portrait. Because obviously, if we're seeing a picture of Tiffany, which is Bridget's daughter, right? And he's saying that that's her. And the only reasoning that they can say it's old is black and white. And then you say that's her, that's it. Dude, you gotta come with some better evidence. This is just facts. Okay? 2. The third, okay, is that Jean-Michel Trogneux lived, died, so-called died, and Brigitte is the kid that was on the lap and is now Brigitte Macron, okay? But I want you to do some deep diving. I want you to actually look at this. The little girl that's on the lap, okay, of the father or the mother, I think it's the mother that has the kid on the lap. If you look at her face and then you look at the face of the so-called Bridget in the marriage picture, all right? They both have that blank type of weird stare like this. They both have that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any resemblance, none whatsoever, to Brigitte Macron, who is the president's wife. I don't see it. I see more of a similarity with the baby picture and that person who's in the wedding picture, the wife, okay? So, let's say number 1 is the case. Brigitte Macron, the real Brigitte Macron, is murked. She was alive, she got murked, or she passed away. We know that she lived until like adulthood because of the wedding picture, but she passed away, and there's no record of her death. We don't know where she is. And that was the opportunity for the brother, Jean-Michel Trogneux, to take that identity and steal it. Okay, that's one way that could have went down. And now he's living in the identity of his sister that lived, Bridget Macron. Number 2, Bridget Macron is alive. And she's out there. And she is the president's wife. Okay? That's her. Baby picture, bam. The third, Bridget Macron is alive, but we can't find her. The real Bridget Macron. She's out there, and she actually changed identity with somebody else, and she's just watching in the background eating popcorn like, whoa, this is what it is. Now, let me give you an example of a case that's pretty similar with stolen identity. Or, well, in this case, it is they switched identities. Okay? Now, there's a YouTube video out there, and I want you to see this. It's an outstanding report from a journalist. I don't know the name because I didn't take note. This is on the fly, this video, okay? But if you YouTube Trayvon Martin hoax, and it's this little white Jewish guy doing the reporting, dude, he went hardcore into witness tampering. So they were like the girlfriend who was this big fat dopey chick, you know, I think Janelle, something like that. I forgot. That was his girlfriend. He took a list because he was able to bring the whole case of Trayvon's phone. He got everything, all the text messages and pictures. All of his girlfriends were skinny and cute. This chick is fat, dumpy, and slow. Didn't make no sense. Long story short, he ended up finding the real girlfriend. They actually switched identities because at one point she had a boyfriend and she was cheating on her boyfriend with Trayvon. And it was getting in the news and she really liked the guy. And so she told her sister, her half-sister, to switch identities so that she won't get in trouble with her boyfriend because he was about to leave her. Because the news was talking about that's the girl, Diamond something. Watch it. It happens all the time. What I really hope they get into is not so much Bridget, because I know that she's a man. You know what I'm saying? I just know it. I feel it in my heart, my spirit. But I want to know about these political leaders and figures who come into power who just come out of nowhere. Because I've seen Candace cover that with Kamala Harris, like her family, and at one point it just stops. We just don't know anything. They just come out of nowhere. There was changing identities. And then with this, it's the same thing, changing identity. Macron, she brought to the table that he had these little baby pictures, but then after we don't know really much about him, and I'll be honest, his parents don't look like they would have brought genes into like Macron, and their genetic makeup or their looks have no type of like, they don't look like they're related. What I'm trying to say, they just don't look like they're related. His genes are, I don't think now one got blue eyes like that, and the nose and the hair, it's like, I don't feel like those are his real parents. And the things that he got away with, especially working in finance, but he didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And this is not stuff that is like, oh, you know, this Candace Owens. No, this stuff has been reported. This stuff has been delved into, deep dived within France and their culture. We're just getting the news now. But this has been going on since like the 2021s, 22s, when they was really getting into it. So that's my little take on it. You know, I can't wait for the trial to happen. I can't wait till everything comes forward and discovery has to take place. Because in America, you need to come correct with your evidence. And like 3-4 little pictures to say that that's you, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. You're going to have to like come with the DNA, bro. And let me tell you, they're going to do a DNA for this case. And if they don't, we're going to, oh, yo. You know what I'm saying? They're going to. So it's either or. I hope it's televised. I hope I'm going to be able to see that online. And, you know, because it's going to be. The only reason why I think that they went through with this lawsuit is because they know people who's going to be able to do something about it. Because you don't do nothing so foolish. And let me tell you, that lawyer, it's so funny. Me and my husband was talking last night. We was like, dude, the lawyer's just trying to get paid because he know. Okay? He know. But, you know, he defends whatever, he's going to get paid. And then Candace said this morning, oh, is it really worth it? The money you about to get, you know what I'm saying, for trying to represent these people? Is it really worth it? You think you're really going to get away with this? Really? But at the end of the day, you don't know who's put in place to decide that case. I know they're going to be a jury because Bridget said she want a jury trial, right? They be like, you know, justice is blind. The Trayvon Martin case, okay? The prosecution was the one that was being grimy. Okay? They was being mad grimy. They had a lot of evidence that the girlfriend wasn't the girlfriend. Okay? You got to get 12 jurors, right? Somebody's going to know who they are. You got to say something. All of a sudden, bam, you compromised. So this is why it's so interesting, because if they get away with this case, free speech is done. Free speech is over. It's a wrap. That means you can't say nothing about nobody, about nothing. It's a wrap. God forbid that happen. She need to win this case. And let me tell you something else. She knew she was going to get sued. She was already getting her ducks in a row when she put the first episode out. Okay? Because I guarantee Xavier Poussard, I guarantee you this, that when she got the story from the Daily Mail, how she said, and she got in contact, or they got in contact some way, and she met with Olivier Poussard, the Poussard guy, who ran the story and made the book, I guarantee he told her, they're going to come after you, you're going to get sued, and your family's going to be in danger. Do you want to continue with this? Let me tell you my story. I actually left France and lived in Italy, and now I'm in the States to protect my family for this case. Are you sure you want to go forward with this? And I guarantee, you know, Candace be gung-ho. She be like, we're going to do this. Let's do this. Let's put the truth out. Even if I don't win, I know this is a thinking, even if I don't win and it don't go my way, I put it out there and they know. But I want to see it in the United States. I want to see how it's going to work in the United States, because if this is the country that we have all these freedoms, I'm going to put these freedoms to the test. And I'm going to be like, yo. So now that's why Candace is a hero in my eyes, because she wants you to see this play out. And regarding the outcome of it, we'll know where our freedoms are after that. Real talk. All right? So stay tuned, stay prayed up, stay blessed. Peace.